Hello everyone, my name is Dipen Kumar Patel and today I will be presenting my analysis of a recent cybersecurity incident. This case study is entitled Nearly 26 million files, mostly CVS exposed in Azure Cloud misconfiguration in July 2025. A recruiting software firm called Talent Book Hook accidentally left a cloud storage container open on Microsoft Azure. The result was one of the largest resume data exposures we have seen. Over the next few minutes, I'll explain what happened, the governance, security failures, and the lessons managers can apply to over such incidents. So on slide number 2, the bridge. In July 2025, misconfigured Azure Bulb storage container left personal information exposed to public. A security research discovered that the container contained nearly 26 million files, mostly resumes with names, emails, phone number, education, histories, work experience, and in some cases, salary data. The company was notified and the container was eventually secured, but the storage damage was already done. This example shows how just one misconfiguration can compromise millions of individuals' private information in an instant. On slide number 3, article summary. The root cause of the breach was improper configuration of a cloud storage container. Researchers alerted the company, but there is no clear record of whether users were formally notified. This gap reflects weak incident response and lack of governance. The absence of continuous monitoring or alerting system meant the problem was not caught intentionally. Industry experts have warned repeatedly that as organizations adopt cloud service rapidly, misconfiguration like this have become one of the leading cause of breaches. This event confirms those warnings. On slide number 4, IT governance failures. Now let's connect this incident to IT governance concept. First, there was no clear ownership of the cloud status asset, meaning no single team or individual was accountable for monitoring and securing the container. Second, monitoring system and dashboards were not in place to identify the exposure. Third, the incident response plans were missing and poorly implemented, so the escalation chain was unclear. Finally, team coordination was weak. IT, legal, and management did not appear to work together effectively. Governance frameworks such as COBIT emphasize accountability, monitoring, and predefined rules. These principles were missing here. On slide number 5, security control weakness. In terms of technical security, the company failed to implement role-based access controls allowing public access by default. There was no evidence that the resumes were encrypted, which would have provided an extra layer of protection. The organizations also lack continuous monitoring, which is essentially to detect misconfiguration quickly. To build digital resilience, organizations must apply and layer defense, such as zero trust models, automated configuration scan, immutable backups. Employees awareness programs are equally important since many configuration happen due to human error. On slide number 6, data management gap. This breach also revealed major weakness in data governance. Sensitive resumes were not labeled or characterized as a high risk, meaning they were handled like ordinary files without classification. It is easy for sensitive data to slip into a secure storage. Encryption was not visibly enforced either, leaving exposed files readable to anyone who accessed them. Furthermore, no regular audits of a cloud configuration were taken place, and no proactive risk analysis was used to identify potential vulnerabilities. Best practices recommended the third-party audits, risk assessments, and preactive analysis to find weakness spots before attackers do. On slide number 7, legal compliance implications. From compliance's perspective, this incident raises legal risks because some of the exposed individuals may have been California residents. The California Consumer Privacy Act likely applies. GDPR compliances are earth-centered, but the possibility cannot be ignored. Another serious issue is that the legal team was not part of a legal uh, initial response, leading to delays in public communication. Organizations must align with the framework such as the privacy by design, ensure time-bridge notification coordinated across IT, legal, and PR. Transparency and compliances are critical, but not only for avoiding fines, but also for maintaining stakeholder trust. On slide number 9, leadership lessons. For managers and leaders, the key lesson is that cybersecurity is not only technical problem; it is also leadership and resources issue. In this case, insufficient budget was allocated for cloud monitoring and automation. Poor communication between IT, legal, and business units created gaps in accountability. Leaders need to integrate security metrics into performance evaluation so employees are accountable for the safe practices. Most importantly, leaders should invest a long-term roadmap that includes automated monitoring, employee training, and continuous update to security policies as threats involved. On side number 9, I will talk about the key takeaways. There are several important takeaways from this case. First, one wrong cloud setting can expose millions of records. Second, governance requires clear ownership and accountability. Third, security depends on automated monitoring and layered defense. Accountability. Third, security depends on automated monitoring and layered defense. Fourth, data management must include classification and encryption. And finally, training employees is essential because human error is still the number one cause of breaches. These are the practical lessons that every organization, regardless of size, should apply. Thank you so much, everyone.